We all know someone, or hey, maybe we are that someone, who just lets their birthday slide by like any other day. So, in this explainer, we're going to dig into a simple question. Why? What's the real psychology behind choosing to have a quiet birthday?
It's a pretty fascinating question, isn't it? I mean, it flies in the face of everything we're taught. Society tells us birthdays are a huge deal, you gotta make a fuss. So what's really going on inside the minds of people who just opt out? Let's get into it.
For them, the day just arrives. There's no frantic planning, no guest list, no big red circle on the calendar.
Yeah, and there's no cake, no candles, no awkward round of the birthday song. It's a very deliberate step away from all the usual traditions.
Because really, for this group of people, it is just another day. But here's the thing. This simple choice is often deeply, and I mean profoundly, misunderstood. And that leads us right to our first big point, the judgments that we, as a society, tend to make. When we see someone skip their own party, our brains kind of jump to some pretty specific and usually negative conclusions.
You know the ones. We might think they're cold or distant, maybe even antisocial. Or we go the other way and assume they must be unhappy, maybe even depressed. These are the easy labels, right? The simple boxes we like to put people in. But what if the truth is something else entirely?
Okay, and here is the turning point. This is where we flip the script. Let's explore this idea that the choice isn't about a lack of happiness, but actually about the presence of something much deeper, a solid sense of internal validation.
This chart really lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got the social script. That's where you need that one special day to feel important, where your value is kind of measured by how many birthday wishes you get. But then you have the inner script, and that's a whole different world. One where happiness isn't some big annual event, it's something you build every single day. Love isn't something you get in a text message, it's something you carry inside you.
So, let's break down what this really means. For these folks, their sense of self-worth is not tied to a date on the calendar. They don't need one single day to feel special because they're already doing that work themselves. They don't need a flood of notifications to feel loved, and they sure don't measure their own value by who remembered and who forgot.
Okay, so let's get into the psychology of this a little bit, because this isn't just some random personality quirk. It's often a sign of a really well-developed mindset, one that's rooted in inner peace and some serious self-awareness.
What psychologists will tell you is that people who treat their birthday as just another day often have stronger emotional self-awareness. What does that mean? It means their happiness isn't this fragile thing that depends on special moments or what other people do. It's a stable internal state that they control.
And this quote just nails it. Their happiness isn't tied to moments, it's built daily. It's a huge shift from chasing event-based highs to cultivating a process-based sense of well-being. It's not about the big fireworks, it's about the steady, quiet glow you build day in and day out.
So, if it's not about being cold or sad, then what is it about? Well, it's about completely redefining what the word celebration even means. It's about operating with a fundamentally different set of priorities.
And these priorities are powerful. We're talking about consciously choosing the calm of peace over the chaos of attention. It's about prioritizing your own internal growth over the external noise of a party. And maybe the most profound of all, it's about carrying love from within instead of constantly chasing it from the outside. This isn't passive, it's an active, powerful choice.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? I think it's that the next time you see someone keeping their birthday on the down low, it's probably worth taking a beat before making any of those old assumptions we talked about.
Because what might look like an absence to us, an empty space where a party is supposed to be, well, for them, it's not empty at all. In fact, that silence is full. It's full of peace, self-reflection, and genuine contentment.
And that's the ultimate reframe. Choosing a quiet birthday isn't a sign of weakness or sadness. In fact, it's a profound demonstration of emotional strength and real inner security.
So that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on. What about you? Are you all about the big celebration, or do you find more meaning in keeping it simple? There's definitely no right or wrong answer here, but it's pretty interesting to think about where we find